So let's talk about foundation. Foundation is the starting point to any structure, right? It is the support system for that structure. It distributes the weight evenly, pretty much bringing balance. And without a solid foundation, anything you build is bound to fall. And I think that same concept applies to putting together fits. Your foundation is your footwear. It is your franchise player, if you will. You build the team around the shoe. At least that's how I do it. And today I would like to talk about not just any footwear, but sneakers, specifically basketball sneakers, and more specifically, I want to talk about the AE1s.
Oh yeah, these the ones, the color, the feel, the look, these the ones for sure.
Yes, the AE1. For me, I was a designer guy, especially like in my adult life. Raf Simons, Rick Owens, usually what I'm dressed in was the line.
It's Raf Simons, Rick Owens, usually what I'm dressed in.
Today, I can't really say that some of those purchases are justified. A lot of what you see in the designer game is expensive versions of inexpensive shoes. And for me, I can't get behind it anymore. Admittedly, like even my favorite shoe, the Rick Owens Ramones, is just a Chuck Taylor with blown up proportions. So, as prices of these things continue to go up, the desire for me starts to go down. And I'm looking for something fresh. Now, I will say this. I don't believe that the AE1 is this shining example of innovation by any means, but what it does do for me is bring energy or breathe fresh air into what was the dying genre that is basketball sneakers. So the first pair I got was the champagne colorway. The champagne caging all the way around, indigo heel tab. Honestly, the best part for me is that I'm able to wear it with jeans. You rarely ever see me in sweatpants, and if you do, it's probably this red pair that you see me wearing right now. The next pair I grabbed was this Metamorphosis colorway with like the slime green and this kind of like midnight green. Felt like an Eagles green to me, but when I look at the slime green on the back, it kind of makes me think of Seattle Seahawks. But I will still try to get, a midnight green Eagles jersey and try to freak it. So stay tuned for that. Today, the shoe that I would like to talk to you guys about, the AE1 3SSB low top. If I'm not mistaken, last year they had a player exclusive. So I'm excited for this public release. So here's the thing. I get a discount from a specific store. So I've done my research to figure out which locations will have the shoe in stock. So far, it seems like each location is getting one, maybe two pairs in my size. I don't really know where the market is on this shoe yet. To me, it seems like it's still pretty niche. Most people aren't really wearing basketball sneakers, but there is still a community of people that never strayed away from that path. So I ain't taking no chances. I mapped out my route. If I'm lucky, I only have to make one stop. So I'm bringing you guys along with me. The next step is going to be putting together a fit for tomorrow morning. And then I'll see you guys in the morning for the adventure. All right, guys, so let's work on this part where we pick out the outfit. The idea for me when I'm picking out an outfit that's leisurely is the 2 C's, right? The 2 C's are cozy and confident. I can nap in it or wake up and go make a quick run. That's the idea when I speak of cozy. But confident means that if I run into an ex, I don't feel like she's gonna talk shit about me to her girlfriends after we see each other. Those are the 2 C's, and that is the idea that I have in mind when I'm putting this fit together. The other thing I want to mention is that I could style the AE1 silhouette, but I really want to save that for after I get the new 3SSB pair that we're on the hunt for. The shoe that I want to style today is another basketball sneaker that I feel like is bringing that energy and that breath of fresh air that we spoke about in terms of like the AE1. So without further ado, we're going to get into that next part. So the shoe that we are styling is the Harden 9. They look really good with jeans on. sweatpants, shorts, the whole nine. They fit what I'm looking for, my requirements for a sturdy foundation. Today, I want to key in on these green elements in the shoe. We're gonna play with that a little bit, so follow me. So, kept it basic, guys. Camo new era. We did the black essentials heavy tee. A pair of old Rude sweatpants. This is exactly what I meant by cozy but confident. You know, once I'm through with this video, I will probably take a nap in what you see on my body right now on that couch right there. The blanket, you see the blanket, that's from the aftermath of my last nap. So, let's get going. So we out early, so you know, I'm gonna probably stop at Mickey D's, judge your mom. Yeah, make my way down there, get a little B-roll, and hopefully I don't have to get in the line. So we'll see. All right, guys, let's roll.
Merge! Come on, you got to seize the goddamn gap. People are so goddamn inefficient. Oh, god damn it! I don't care if you're old, seize the gap! You old fat bitch! You fat bitch!
All right, I'm out here. Got my McDonald's. There is nobody here. Like I said, didn't know what the temperature on these was going to be, so I wasn't going to mess around. Better safe than sorry. You know, we here. I'm listening to the Joe Budden podcast in the car, and I will tap in with you guys when the store opens up. All right, guys, so store should be opening in like 10 minutes. I'm hoping that the, account of the inventory I got is correct. If not, then I know it's another store like 10 minutes down the road. That's the next stop if this one doesn't work out, but honestly, I think I'm gonna be good, but I think I'll be all right.
Free smoke. Anybody want a nigga get it, no joke. Call up landlord, that's bro. I only link with the real ones, Lord no.
All right, forgot to record on my way in or whatever, but the bag is secure.
You win. Perfect.
So we'll take a look around real quick and see if they have anything else that I might want, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. Nah, I'm just looking. All right, guys, we are back. We secured the bag. We had a successful hunt, and overall, I'm very satisfied. Some quick takeaways. I got there entirely too early, and number two, people aren't on the wave yet. It is still something that is unraveling, most certainly. But the biggest surprise to me of all the trip was seeing some of the classics that I grew up on, just kind of like sitting on the shelves, which goes to show like the landscape has completely changed. It has completely shifted. Things are different. But I say that to say we are early. We are, fuck being early. We're doing our own thing. I think that's more important. And, the next step and last step of this video is me taking the kicks, putting it all together, and showing you guys the importance of foundation and why I start with the shoe first. Let's get into it. The first thing that I want to pair the new sneaks with is denim. The biggest stigma around basketball sneakers is that you can't or shouldn't wear them with jeans, which is a complete and total lie, because Jordans are basketball sneakers. People wear them with jeans all the time. This is a pair of G-Star 3D Ben denim, I think they're called. It is like their Japanese fabric. Starting it off, this pair of denim here. The next item is a basic that every man, woman, child should have in their closet. It is a basic white t-shirt. The one that we're wearing today is the Buck Mason Field Spec tee. This is a pretty good t-shirt. It does the job, and if I'm not mistaken, Buck Mason is a Pennsylvania-based brand, so that's a one-up for me. The next item that I'm pairing is a hat, because your boy is wolfing. This is a basic 5950. This goes perfect with this. You know, got that whole kind of like Easter pastel color going, so you know, boom, straight like that. Okay, and the last piece that I'll be adding for today's fit is this sweater from ADW. She's one of my favorite designers from Philly. And I think by now you guys kind of get the idea of where I'm going with the whole thing, you know? So let me get my collar right, make sure I'm straight. And I think you can kind of see it. So let me show you what the whole fit looks like together. All right, guys, so that is today's fit. You know, I felt like kept it fairly basic. I let the color from the shoes do most of the talking, and then, you know, just add a little bit of flair with the sweater and the colors from the hat. Try to coordinate it all without doing too much, especially with the shoe that's as loud as this one is. You know, that is the foundation. It's carrying most of the weight for the outfit. Everything else is supposed to be pretty simple and streamlined. And you know, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I get you guys to come back, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that cool stuff, so you can tune into more curated content by yours truly. So yeah, signing off. Thank you guys.